Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the class of 2024 and other members of the Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall School community during our annual Baccalaureate ceremony. My name is Lance Conrad. I'm the very, very proud head here at CHCH, and it is my privilege today to honor and to first welcome members of the class of 2024, as well as their parents and guardians, faculty and staff, students, trustees, advisors, friends, joining us both in person and all around the world through our video live stream. Greetings, everyone. Beginning in 1857 and continuing through much of the 20th century, the pending graduates of Chapel Hill School gathered in the old stone chapel just over the hill, the one you know, to participate in a baccalaureate ceremony. And they did this on the eve of their commencement from the well-respected all-girls school that stood right here on this campus. It was very much a time-honored tradition that actually disappeared with the merger of Chapel Hill and Chauncey Hall in 1972. Now, Chauncey Hall, on the other hand, an all-boys preparatory school established in Boston's downtown crossing in 1828, held similar exercises for nearly 150 years. These were known as anniversary exhibitions. The exhibitions required graduates to spend 2 days before their commencement exercises displaying competencies in various subject areas, including the English language, classics, mathematics, and even penmanship. Moreover, each graduate would be required to participate on the second day's exercises in declamation, whereby all prospective graduates would, in essence, present senior presentations, 35 in total that first year, 1828. Then they would have the salutatory address to lead them off and conclude with a valedictory address. The distribution of medals and prizes would commence thereafter. Well, we're going to look forward to that salutatory and valedictory address tomorrow morning. But for now, this afternoon's baccalaureate ceremony celebrates the academic and community achievements of our students, as well as several members of our faculty and staff. I thank you for joining us and hope that you will salute several members of our student body for their well-earned accomplishments during the 2023-24 academic year. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our senior class host, as selected by his classmates, Gabe Friedman!
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gabe Friedman, your student host for this afternoon's baccalaureate celebration for the class of 2024. You're going to hear from other speakers this afternoon about why the class of 2024 is special. I like to say that we're the #1 most spirited class ever, but I just want to highlight a few items of note as we begin. We're the class who started at CCH in the middle of a historic pandemic. Entering a new school while only seeing half of each other's faces, social distancing, and eating with plastic barriers between you and your classmates made getting to know each other really difficult. But being the #1 most spirited class ever at CHCH, we overcame this challenge, and we worked to be the first class in years to revive the senior prank, the senior sunrise, and the senior skip day, as well as the first senior splash in recent history. But we're not just about fun. We are one of the most ambitious classes in school history, submitting 452 applications to 203 colleges and earning 317 acceptances. This afternoon, we're taking the time to recognize some of the major awards and achievements of the class of 2024. But I also want to give a shout out to every single one of my classmates for persevering through these hectic times and their own personal struggles to reach this place today and to finally be able to say, we made it. Our journeys are far from over, but I think it's important to note the milestones and triumphs that helped us get to where we are today. I would now like to recognize all members of the class of 2024 by reading their names aloud. Please hold your applause until the end. Now, here is your Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall class of 2024. Agamemnon Alexopoulos, Maxwell Amster, Lois Niamie Asamoah Mono, Mary Grace Bonona, Caroline Marie Barnes, Simon Blake, William Bridwell Haltom, Alexander Jason Brody, Mia Bella Burnside, James Carley, Margaret Lynn Carlsmith, Shepard Cohen, Connor Degnan, Devin Sloan DiNapoli, Virginia Collins Donnelly, Josiah Driscoll, Nicholas Haskell Dukovich, Gabriel Hart Friedman, Caroline Gallagher, Ryan Golden, Lachlan Hall, Kayla Gabrielle Hammer, Casey Hines, Salam Ayano, Jordan David Kazin, Colleen D. Kalinsky, Olivia Rose Madams, Isabel Marcet, Liam McGeehan, Anna Metcalf, Maximo Miranda Macias, Paris Alexander Navas, Finnegan Nicola Gill, Maxwell Palmer, Toto Felway, Aisha Lauren Pierre Lewis, Rachel Pinstein, Yuling Chio, Pablo Raposo, Luisa Ray, Matthew Ringle, Ella Maisha Russell, Felix Safdie, Evan Mitchell Sands, Abigail McKenna Scanlon, Medanit Jida Sesha, Evan Sylvia, Karini Takaki, Leilani Takaki, Jillian Tierney, Emma Louise Torres, Vuo Za Fuang Uyen, Andrew James Webb, Cole Weiss Curry. With that, it's my pleasure to now introduce this year's faculty speaker, chosen by the class of 2024. Known, loved, and respected by students, parents, and his colleagues, the head coach of the boys varsity lacrosse program, advisor and dorm parent, Dr. Ian McPhail.
Thank you, Gabe. Good afternoon, families, faculty and staff, guests, most importantly, members of the class of 2024. You've just about made it to the finish line. A famous fictional sportsman, Ricky Bobby, once said, "If you ain't first, you're last." So let me be the first person to congratulate you on your upcoming achievement, unless Gabe already beat me to it, in which case, let me be one of the last people to congratulate you on your upcoming achievement. I had two thoughts when you voted for me to be your speaker today. The first, understandably, was appreciation. It's an honor to get to be your faculty speaker today. The second, and maybe most important thought was, why? Me? Do you know how many dad jokes I could fit into my time slot? This feels like a collective risk you all took, but here goes nothing. I spent a decent amount of time trying to think about a theme for this speech. A lot of people are going to talk to you all about transitions, how it's a time for change and life's going to be different. They're right. It is. It's going to be a time for change. It's an end, and it's a beginning. 4 years ago, when you arrived on campus or into your first virtual Zoom classroom, you probably thought that this was an impossible distance away. Today, it might feel like it's maybe a little too soon. I'll try to stretch this out for about the next 45 to 50 minutes just to make sure that you feel like you got all the time you wanted. Now, I'm going to give you a quote to start off with, but a quick caveat. This is not meant to guide you for your future academic work. Please, when you get caught using ChatGPT or ripping off Shakespeare or Stephen King or Stephanie Meyer in the future, don't use this quote. The most famous filmmaker most of you have never heard of, Jim Jarmusch, once said, "Nothing is original. Steal from anywhere that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination." Now, in that spirit, I'm going to paraphrase a piece of advice you've probably heard a few times before, but I'm going to add a little pizzazz so it can just sink in really nicely. Now, it's a nice warm day outside, but every winter when the temperature drops and the pond freezes over, and you're finally thinking, oh, the geese are going away. And then they never do. Dr. Conrad will remind you all of the dangers of walking on the ice on the pond. This is participatory, so can you all remind me what he says? Stay off the ice, exactly. Perfect. Some of the best learning is group work. I'm going to recommend something a little different, a little metaphorical, no less important. Test the ice. It sounds simple. It sounds counterintuitive. It might even sound cold. Test the ice. But, esteemed Dr. McPhail, purveyor of wisdom, what do you mean? Thank you all for asking. It's basic, but try things. Put yourself out there, join a club. Make a club, not a real one, Gabe. Play intramural sports. Take that road trip to the mountains, the beach. Do things. Test the ice. There are going to be opportunities to meet new people, learn new topics, explore ideas, engage in deep conversations, meet other people, like them better, change entire friend groups, dye your hair, shave your head, get really into jazz fusion, maybe all of those things. You'll never know if you don't put yourself out there. You know, test the ice. Now, in fairness, I'm not saying just jump out there with both feet as hard as you can. That's a recipe for French frying when you want a pizza or pizzaing when you want a French fry, and you're going to have a bad time. Don't jump on the ice. Test the ice. Now, as you head out there to college campuses and gap years around the country, around the world, take the small risks. The risks that help you expand your horizons. The risks that help you find out what kind of person you are and what kind of person you want to be. Stretching your comfort zone and making new experiences is the best way to be sitting there at the end going, remember when? Instead of, I wish I had. Right? Test the ice. You don't have to have it all figured out today. For those of you who absolutely, without a doubt, know what you want to do for the rest of your life, congratulations. Spend some time figuring out what brings you joy, too. You know, test the ice. For those of you who have no idea what you're doing next, today, tomorrow, or even years from now, congratulations. You don't have to. It just means there's a lot more ice for you to test. Now, thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing me to speak with you today. You won't necessarily remember a single word that I said next week or maybe even tomorrow, but I will always remember that you asked me to speak today. 1 out of 1 doctors recommends giving this speech as a great honor. To close, this is an end and it's a beginning, but most importantly, it's an opportunity. The next 4-ish years will be dramatically different from the last 4. And you have a lot more to say in who you might want to be at the next graduation ceremony than you might have had coming into tomorrow's. Play it smart, make good decisions, test the ice. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. McPhail. With that, it's my pleasure to now introduce. Thank you, Dr. Phil.
You're welcome.
Please join me now in welcoming our 2024 student speaker, chosen by this year's senior class, one of my dearest and most loyal friends, or in her words, the most charming, entertaining, awesome, funniest person in the world, Lois Asamoah Mona.
Hi guys. Time and time again. This was the theme for the 2022 yearbook. Before I started writing this, I impulsively looked back, flipping right to those back pages at the back, reserved not for documented events and accomplishments of the year, but for the intimate and personal memories found in scribbled messages and inside jokes from friends and classmates. I read through the signatures and notes I received that year, and I immediately felt both nostalgic and a little overwhelmed. The 2022 yearbook was special to me because as a boarding student who started in COVID, this was the first full year of memories made together, as a community in each other's presence. It felt like my first actual year of high school. Freshman year didn't count. Messages from the seniors my sophomore year flooded me with memories of all the fun times we had, and how while they seemed so indelible then, they are only resurrected when reading their written histories and reflecting. Even though I was saddened by the distance of those memories, I saw others that made me smile. It made me feel kind of proud, hopes for the futures we then realized. Significantly, I read from Rachel, "Lois, have the best summer. We need to have more chaotic FaceTimes next year." We definitely fulfilled that future hope. Yearbooks held both memories and plans. They capture an entire timeline. Messages like these gave me flashes of what high school looked like just 2 years ago, and how things developed and grew up until now. I didn't see this path or plan when I started, but looking back, it makes perfect sense. I've gone through so many ups and downs, which I'm sure most of you can relate to, but despite all the trials and tribulations, I've made it, and y'all have made it too. I've watched 3 generations of seniors leave their mark and venture off to discover and realize their passions. Stories of success echoed either through my laptop speakers via Zoom or through this very tent that held so many emotions at the end of each year. Those moments didn't always feel like endings, but instead, from the comfort of my nest, I was watching other little birds spread their wings and fly. I was watching new beginnings form. And now it's finally us. As we prepare to leave this place tomorrow, we should also be thoughtful about the memories and legacies we leave behind, and how they will serve both as a foundation and a plan for the generations that step into this space. All the moments and memories that we have collected while attending CHCH not only help push us forward, but can help those who will follow in our footsteps. These collections may serve as reminders of our endings, but also could serve as someone's kickstart into beginnings. Before I officially leave my mark, both in the class of 2024 yearbooks and those lucky few who will get my autograph before you need to buy tickets for a future appearance, I have a few words for anyone who is not a senior. Feel free to take notes. Every single one of you is essential to how this community runs. Regardless of who likes who or whatever drama is the current hot topic, you're all in this together. No matter how things go, there will always be an end the same way there was a beginning. All these seniors you see seated before you started from somewhere. I started from somewhere completely different than where I am today, and I could not be more proud of my accomplishments. I've watched how my grade has changed and created closer relationships, some which were completely unexpected. You guys shocked me. And now, to my seniors, my graduates, my class of 2024. Our time here will be a piece of life that will be used as the foundation for everything we do moving forward. Whether you give it credit or not, CHCH has been an essential part of your development. And in order to develop further, you have to move on. I like to think of this journey as a really good song. I'd like to keep it on loop for as long as I can, but at some point, the songs start to sound a little different. You're impatient with it, you want it to hurry up, get to the good part, or even subconsciously you want it to be over. It's still a great song, it's just no longer serving you. It's best left as a memory, so when you hear it playing somewhere, you immediately get psyched and you're filled with joy, drawn back to that moment in time and back to that journey. It almost goes without saying, but this is the part where the song officially ends, and we put it away to be remembered fondly for some time in the future. This part is especially bittersweet, but it's required, no matter how much we want to hit repeat for the comfort of it. Moving on does not mean that we have to drop everything and start new. Instead, we should use our experiences, good, bad, however you'd like to define it, to inform our future, to help us make decisions, and to remind us of how we've grown and who we are now. We've reached an inevitable ending, something that you've either been looking forward to or dreading. I want to use this opportunity to say that no matter where our individual paths take us, we are all connected via this place, and we can all find a home away from home through that connection. I couldn't find the words to wrap this up, so I want to share wise words from the class of 23's valedictorian, Layla Maniscalco. Even in this ending, there are some things that will never change. Thank you.
Thank you, Lois. Now for the presentation of awards to those students whose achievement in leadership this school year merit special recognition. These awards fall into 4 primary categories. First, junior prizes voted by the full faculty and staff. Second, distinguished scholars recognizing focused student accomplishments in particular areas of academic or social justice, and awarded to deserving seniors by departmental faculty. Third, departmental and program awards selected by the teaching faculty. And fourth, senior awards determined by the full faculty and staff of the school. I'll begin our presentation of awards by recognizing the recipients of the 3 junior awards. We ask that the recipients to join us on the left side of the dais to receive their award. Nancy S. Emery Award. Established in 1998 in memory of Nancy Spooner Emery, this award is given to a member of the junior class whose moral character has made a positive difference in the lives of others in the school community. Camila Lazard Olivares. The next 2 junior class awards acknowledge academic achievement and are awarded in conjunction with distinguished universities. The Rensselaer Medal, given to a junior who demonstrates potential for success in a challenging academic setting. This prize is awarded for excellence in advanced mathematics and science, as well as for significant participation in extracurricular activities. David Eisenberg. Harvard Book Prize. This prize honors an outstanding student in the rising senior class who combines excellence in scholarship with achievement in other fields. Max Barron. In keeping with our appreciation for students' individual talents and interests, and to challenge our students to engage deeply in their studies, Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall encourages promising students to pursue recognition as distinguished scholars in STEM, humanities, the arts, world languages, and social justice. These 5 scholarly programs allow students to customize their programs of study and to gain breadth and depth of experience as they simultaneously prepare for college and university study. This year, 16 members of the class of 2024 have gained particular concentrated academic distinction in 3 of these 5 areas and are hereby honored for their deep academic engagement. Each will earn a Distinguished Scholar Diploma from the CHCH that will be presented during tomorrow's commencement exercises. To begin, I will now introduce Dr. Mike Severia, Chair of the Science Department, and Karen Sokolow, Chair of the Mathematics Department, to announce this year's 7 Distinguished Scholars in STEM.
Hello. I'm not anywhere close to this tall. Welcome, everyone. The Distinguished Scholar Diploma in STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, encourages students to explore the connections between the science they learn in the classroom and its applications in the wider world. The program requires that students approach the field of STEM through critical thinking, skills and analysis, communication, creativity, and collaboration. To exemplify these requirements, students uphold high academic standards within the classroom and engage in a variety of activities and experiential learning opportunities such as seminars, college programs, and other community enrichment environments. We are very proud of the seven members this year, students receiving the awards in STEM.
Okay, hi everyone. So I would like to introduce the first 4, Mary Grace Bononen, Devin, Devin DiNapoli, Nicholas Dukowicz, and Emma Torres. So we'll get it. I'll talk a little bit about everyone, then we'll get a nice group picture. Okay. And these 4 awardees for having earned their awards in outstanding work focused within the fields of medical sciences. So Mary Grace participated in college summer programs learning about health and medicine and hands-on work in non-governmental organizations to build and educate on pregnancy and birth in Uganda. Her work has transformed real lives of women and babies today through increasing access and health care. It is inspiring to see her growth and appreciation for public health as her drive and education comes from wanting to give back to the community. Well done, Mary Grace. Devin engaged in a variety of college summer programs surrounding women's health, medicine, and gender studies. She worked on several projects using her creativity to solve problems and construct multimodal forms of presenting information. Devin used this time to experience a variety of courses and learn more about herself for what drives her research passions, such as diversity and collaboration in the fields of medicine. Congratulations, Devin. Nicholas participated in rigorous summer medicinal programs to prove to himself his interest in a future in medicine. He worked in simulation labs with cohorts of other students to assess, diagnose, and provide treatment recommendations for real-world scenarios. In addition, he also received education experiences in veterinary medicine. Nicholas always pushed himself to not only take every opportunity presented to him to say he completed a course, but to work through it as best he could to learn from it. Well done, Nicholas. Emma Torres completed several college summer programs focused on how to successfully prepare for science at the university level, specifically in medicinal sciences. Emma used her training from these programs to enhance her learning at CHCH, as well as in her athletic abilities through her newfound knowledge in anatomy and physiology. She moves forward with a deep respect for collaboration and utilizing her strengths in theory and research to support laboratory work. Congratulations, Emma.
I would now also like to recognize Simon Blake, Ryan Golden, and Matt Ringel. Who have also earned their Distinguished Scholar Diploma in the area of STEM. These three focused on areas of interest in mathematics, computer science, and engineering. So Simon Blake participated in a variety of classes, both online and in person, pursuing rigorous coursework with the goal of exploring as many options as possible. Through these programs, Simon was able to discover an interest in computer science and merge it with his artistic and creative side, designing online games. Simon plans on pursuing game design in the future. Congratulations, Simon. Ryan Golden also pursued a variety of summer programs. These ranged from astrophysics to psychology, so the entire gamut there. Each program helped him refine his interest and discover his strengths and sort of modify the pathway that he was pursuing. He learned a deep appreciation for collaboration and plans to pursue biomedical engineering. So well done, Ryan. Matt Ringel completed several summer programs focusing on applied mathematics in the fields of finances and game theory, one of my personal favorites. He used these courses to strengthen his skills here at CHCH and explore avenues of further study. Matt discovered an appreciation of the applications and social and historical implications of mathematics, although not necessarily the abstract mathematics. So congratulations for Matt. One final congratulations for all 7 of our Distinguished Scholar Diploma recipients. You've all worked so hard, and these distinctions are well earned.
I'd now like to introduce Dr. Ian McPhail, Chair of the History Department, and Graham Peel, Chair of the English Department, to announce this year's 2 Distinguished Scholars in Humanities.
I feel like I was just here. The Distinguished Scholar Diploma in the Humanities is designed to provide students with the opportunity to explore the world around them through the lens of human interaction, history, creativity, and writing. The program requires students to choose an area of focus, dive deeply into research and engagement with their field, and produce significant writing, presentation, and/or creative generation of work. We're extremely proud of the 2 members of the class of 2024 who have earned this honor through their academic and extracurricular pursuits. The first is Devin DiNapoli. The second is Matt Ringel. Devin earned her Distinguished Scholar Diploma in Humanities with a focus on psychology and medicine, as well as women's rights and gender studies. She pursued academic opportunities at Brandeis, Boston University, and Smith College, alongside her analysis of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. Devin presented her experience and answered questions from a faculty panel as the culminating piece of her portfolio creation and experiential work. Congratulations, Devin. Matt earned his Distinguished Scholar Diploma in Humanities with a focus on U.S. foreign policy and international relations. Matt participated in Brown University's summer program and spent several months diving deeply into the concert of Europe and its ineffectiveness in preventing further world conflict. Matt presented and answered questions from a faculty panel as a culminating piece of his portfolio and experiential work. Congratulations, Matt. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce the Chair of the Visual and Performing Arts Department, Jamie Palmer-Keating, to announce this year's 9 Distinguished Scholars in the Arts.
Good afternoon. The Distinguished Scholars Diploma in Visual Art was created to inspire young artists to see, reflect upon, and interpret our world in fresh and challenging ways. I believe that the visual arts provide a dynamic and necessary vehicle through which young people can explore their creative identities and help make sense of the world around them. The visual arts also play a role in challenging some of the assumptions from which we operate as a society and helping us to look at ourselves and others in new and exciting ways. The students who have earned this diploma have spent their time contemplating how they can use their artistic vision, voice, and skill set to explore their identities, but also give back through community art in the community art component of the diploma. All of these students leave CHCH a more beautiful and dynamic place because of their contributions. I hope that their past and future creative endeavors might inspire all of us to find new ways of expressing what is in our hearts and minds. I'll comment on each of the students and then have them join me at the end for a photo on the dais. We start with Aisha, Toto, and Mia, who work together to leave a lasting impression of their work here at CHCH through a community mural in the South Hall dorm that they completed together this spring. As individuals, each student explored their creative interests throughout their time here. Aisha designed a dynamic final AP portfolio reflecting on her time as a boarding student. Toto merged his love of music and art together and was always exploring new mediums and how he could challenge his skill set. And Mia took a deep dive into their passion for psychology, art, and understanding the human mind in their senior year, preparing themselves for their work in art therapy in the future. Leilani, Karini, Margaret, and Anna spent their 4 years as photography students, starting with the basics and then continuing on into more advanced courses, both in summer projects, classes, and photography through level 4 photo class in their senior year. Their teacher, Luke Diorio, commented that their dedication to their craft and talent for storytelling through photography are evident in every frame, making them standouts in the field of high school photography. Harris spent his time as an art student building his portfolio of fashion design, study of pattern, texture, and color through multimedia and art classes that spanned his full 4 years, starting with me online freshman year. His community contribution came in the form of a multi-paneled canvas installation in the Clements Room, a visual reflection of how community, particularly at CHCH, can be strengthened through food and communal dining. I'd like to end my comments today by highlighting Isabel and her extraordinary talent. Isabel has been a lifelong artist, and it shows with the care and detail she puts into everything she makes. Her community contribution came in the form of a large-scale Medfield Rail Trail mural showcasing the natural environment of the path with a focus on flora and fauna. An undertaking such as this is an inspiring example of what students are capable of creating when challenging themselves and pursuing this diploma. Isabel can be proud of the lasting mark she's made on our community here and her community in Medfield. Thank you to all our visual art students who spent their time working towards this diploma and engaging in our arts community through this process. Speaking on behalf of the Visual and Performing Arts Department, I can say we were all proud of the legacy and example you are leaving behind as you graduate. Congratulations. I'm getting out of this. I don't know.
The senior departmental prizes are awarded to seniors for their exceptional work and performance in the academic departments of the school. The English prize acknowledges a senior who has both demonstrated consistent interest and achieved success in all areas of the subject. Mary Grace Bonona. The Donald Welch Social Studies Prize was named in 2001 to honor Donald Welch, teacher of social studies for 28 years, and is awarded to a senior who has both completed excellent work in social studies and demonstrated genuine interest in the field. Devin DiNapoli. The Allen American Studies Prize, given by the Allen family in memory of Neil Woodside Allen, grandfather of David Allen, class of '93, and Nicholas Allen, class of '95, is awarded to a senior for outstanding achievement and genuine interest in United States history, government, and politics. Kayla Hammer. The Bishens Strackman Economics Prize was established by Andrew A. Bishens, class of 1989, and Daniel A. Strackman, class of 1989, and is awarded to the senior who has taken economics most to heart, as evidenced by involvement in class discussion, as well as curiosity about and enthusiasm for current events. Matthew Ringel. The Farnsworth Mathematics Prize is awarded in the name of Ray D. Farnsworth, head of school from 1947 to 1961, to a senior who has completed excellent work in mathematics while consistently demonstrating a deep and genuine interest in the field. Simon Blake. The Kurt Science Prize, named for Franklin T. Kurt, goes to a senior who has not only produced excellent work, but also demonstrated a deep and genuine interest in the field of science. Nicholas Dukovich. The Lewis C. Clapp Science Prize was established in 2001 in the name of Lewis Clapp, Chauncey Hall, class of 1954, and is awarded to a senior with a keen interest in science who, while also demonstrating kindness and concern for others, is curious to learn and enjoys being challenged. Lois Asamona Mona. The Paul Economides Prize is named for Paul Economides, French teacher from 1960 to 1989, and Chair Emeritus of the World Languages Department. And it's given in honor of that senior who has demonstrated consistent interest and skill in a world language. Lalani Takaki. The Performing Arts Prize is presented to the senior whose creativity, artistic ability, and outstanding work in the performing arts merits special recognition. Cole Weiss Curry. The Visual Arts Prize goes to 2 members of the graduating class whose creativity, artistic ability, and outstanding work in the visual arts merit special recognition. Isabel Marcette and Margaret Carlsmith. Margaret, hang out for a second. The Jose Rafael Arboleda Sportsmanship Award, established by family and friends in memory of Jose Rafael Arboleda, class of 1978, recognizes students who have shown the highest degree of citizenship in athletic endeavors. This year's recipients are Margaret Carlsmith and Toto Felway. It is now my privilege to present the faculty prizes for seniors as voted upon the entire faculty and staff of Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall. Surya Kal Singh Khalsa Award, given in the name of Dr. Surya Kal Khalsa, head of school at Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall from 2002 to 2009. This award is presented to a graduating senior who exemplifies social consciousness, demonstrating outstanding courage, respect, and kindness during their development as a valued member of our school and the community. Lois Asamoah Mono. MIT Prize. Awarded to a senior who has realized high academic achievement, this prize recognizes the balancing of a challenging course load and the application of technology in the pursuit of excellence. Simon Blake. Faculty prizes. Voted on by the faculty, these prizes are awarded to members of the senior class who have been outstanding citizens, contributing significantly to the general well-being or spirit of the school. We have 5 to award this year. Mary Grace Bonona. Margaret Carlsmith. Virginia Donnelly. Nicholas Dukovich. And Rachel Pinstein. The School Spirit Award. This prize recognizes the senior who has consistently demonstrated a positive attitude toward the school. Gabe Friedman. Heads Prize. The Heads Prize honors the senior who has shown the most improvement during their time at CHCH. Finn Nicola Gill. And the Worcester Prize. Established in memory of Joseph Worcester, who served for many years on the Board of Trustees of Chapel Hill School. This prize is awarded annually to the senior with a high academic record who has most consistently displayed leadership, integrity, personal humility, and service to the school. Josiah Driscoll. At this time, I'd like to capture a brief but important moment to recognize fierce loyalty and steady longevity to Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall School. The following colleagues of mine have completed significant tenure milestones at CHCH and deserve our collective thanks and appreciation. Please hold your applause until I recognize all 4 individuals who are asked to stand for your gratitude, with gifts to follow at a separate luncheon later next week. Completing 5 years, we have Ashley Jones and Kenna Weber, and completing 10 years, John Andrew Chow and Becca Lacoste. Please stand. The Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall Society Prize. This award honors a current or former member of the faculty or staff and grants membership in the Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall Society. The award is given to a faculty or staff member for the grateful recognition of devoted service and extraordinary dedication to the students and mission of Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall School. I'm incredibly pleased to announce this year's recipient, Karen Sokolow. I would now like to invite the chair of the Visual and Performing Arts Department, Jamie Palmer-Keating, back to the dais, as well as this year's publications class for the presentation of the 2024 yearbook.
Hello again. I teach the publications class. And in this class, we make the yearbook, and we spend our entire year designing from cover to cover, 152 pages, capturing what happened in this school year with a lot of help from all of you out there, sending photos, giving us quotes, and all the things we need to make this the best book it can be. This year, we had a small group, but a powerful one. And we had 2 editors, co-editors, Shep Cohen and CJ Degden, which I'm going to invite to the dais, or to the podium, to talk about our dedication for the yearbook.
This year's publication staff put a lot of time and effort into the 2023 to 2024 yearbook. We took a lot of time to choose a theme that people would have a connection or relate to. This year we dedicated the yearbook to someone who many people can relate to and who brings humor to any conversation or class they teach. The senior class took a vote and decided the dedication should go to someone who has been with the senior class for at least all of our 4 years and knows all of us personally. This person has definitely put students as their #1 priority in their day job. As quoted by Dr. Conrad, they have dedicated himself to the school and thousands of students. They have served as an inclusive teacher. A senior student said, "With them as a teacher, I have seen that myself improve more than I thought possible. It is my absolute honor as co-editor-in-chief of the 2024 yearbook to present the dedication to the best boys lacrosse coach there is, Dr. Ian McKay."
Thank you, Ms. Palmer Keating and the publications class. To the class of 2024, as soon-to-be graduates of CHCH and our newest alumni, your role in our community will change, but your connection with our community should not. As alumni, you will carry a different set of responsibilities moving forward. To stop by campus whenever you can, to keep in touch with your teachers and fellow classmates, to share news of your milestones and accomplishments, to support your alma mater, and to serve as ambassadors of CHCH wherever your travels may take you. At this time, I also wish to briefly recognize and thank the 22 senior members of the National Honor Society for their outstanding leadership, character, and service to our school and the communities around us. Your presence and your presence have benefited all of us and have left a lasting impact for years to come. Moreover, I'd be remiss to not thank the entire class of 2024 for their incredible contributions to our athletic, visual and performing arts, and club programs over the years. From the many league championships to leveraging our amazing visual and performing arts spaces on campus, you have left incredible marks all around that will last. In closing today's baccalaureate, I wish to share a top 10 list of comedian Stephen Wright advice that I've gleaned over my half century on this planet. Maybe a little bit more than a half a century. Top 10 list. Number 10. While in college, borrow money from pessimists. They don't expect it back. They're thinking about that one. Number 9. Remember, half the people that you meet are below average. Number 8, 82.7% of all statistics, 82.7% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Number 7, a clear conscience is usually the sign of a bad memory. Number 6, if you want the rainbow, yep, you got to put up with the rain. Number 5, if everything seems to be going too well, yeah, you may have overlooked something. Number 4, if at first you don't succeed, destroy all the evidence that you ever tried. Number 3, a conclusion is the place where you really got tired of thinking. You like that one, huh? Number 2, experience is something you don't get until just after you need it. And number 1, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. With that, I would like to bring to a close the 2024 Baccalaureate ceremony. Congratulations to all CHCH students. Now, in particular, for our class of 2024, I want you to have a great time this afternoon on your on-campus block party on the east side of campus. please, please, please make good, even great decisions tonight leading into tomorrow's commencement. There are a lot of amazing people under the tent. I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow morning. We look forward to those exercises. They're going to begin at 10 a.m. sharp right here. All graduates should plan to pack the hill, as Gabe would say, arriving at the Learning Commons no later than 9 a.m. And as we conclude the ceremony, I declare seniors first in receiving your yearbooks under the guidance of our talented publications class. They will assist you in the distribution and gladly welcome your praise. With that, I thank you all for attending. Ask that you join me in one last round of applause for the class of 2024!